We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first. The Dolphins are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Steps away to his left.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. A-Chain now up the middle. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Being chased out left.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Running left, it's A-Chain. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Out to his left. Looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give left side. Here's A-Chain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alec Ingold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
Throw caught by Flowers.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They run it again with Hill. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
They give it to Hill running right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second and 5. Dobbins trying the left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Duvernay in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A give up the middle to H.A.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, and that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Jackson now. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. third down. Jackson eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
A-Chain on 1st and 10.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon A-Chain.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
Escaping a tackler at the and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left.
Well, that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Duvernay in motion. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Down inside the 10.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Dobbins looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They were held out last time. Here now is third and goal from the 1. Now Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march for the chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Duvernay in motion.
The quick feet by Jackson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another big gainer, 2 in succession, as this one goes for 32.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Now Tua. This pass complete to Higgins. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Now Lamar changing the look.
To throw is Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's deep for Duvernay.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Turbo 3, kick. Solo left side. Blue striker. Left in. Kill.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They set up the screen to A-Chain.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3rd down and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Jackson options out left. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over.